All right, brothers, it's 2 a.m. You are awakened by some noise that you hear out in the living room, and as you open your eyes, you notice that your wife isn't sleeping next to you. And so as you kind of rub the sleep out of your eyes and begin staggering towards the living room, and you go in there and you notice, now you see it, and there in front of you is an intruder, your wife, your children, you hear them screaming and crying, and they're cowering before this man, and you are standing there. What do you do at that moment? What do you do? Yeah, there's all sorts of answers. Everything from a gun to a baseball bat to whatever it is. The end result is always the same: great bodily harm being done to this intruder. This is what men do. This is the way God designed us. We are built for this, to protect our wives, to protect our children, because we say that we love them. This is what men do. Any man here, I suspect, would do this without thinking, instinctively. And yet I want to suggest to you men, married or not, because this is a text that pertains to husbands, to married men. I want to suggest this to you. An intruder has, in fact, broken into your house, spiritually speaking, and he is threatening your wife, your kids, your marriage, your family. And instead of running to their side and taking this punk out, you're standing there in a state of apathy or even approval because you're the one that let him in. He didn't have to break in. He didn't kick in a door, jimmy a window. You opened that door. You let that thing in to assault your wife, your kids. Every time you get drunk and abusive, stoned and checked out. Every time you settle for pornography instead of the wife of your youth. Every time you substitute work for being a man instead of being actively present in the life of your wife and children. Every time you single men use young ladies as sexual objects, you are setting yourself up, your future, for this kind of nonsense. Every time you and I choose our petty sins over our wives or treating young ladies with respect and dignity, you and I are the ones opening the door for the intruder, and we stand there in apathy or approval. I'm guessing most of us men would say that we would take a bullet for our wives and that we would rather die than deny our faith in Christ. That's great, but have you denied your will to indulge in sin? And remember, we've taken the gloves off, right? Have you denied yourself access to pornography and deeply wounding your wife? Have you denied yourself working 24/7? And yes, you're providing well for your family financially. You've got the car, you've got the house, the bank account, but your relationship with your bride is distant and cold. And you don't even know it. So here, brothers, is our TC group question. Maybe this one needs to be talked about in private tonight. What is it that you need to deny yourself so that you can take up your cross and follow Christ and love your wife sacrificially? What do you need to rid your life of so that you can say biblically to your wife, I love you, and here's the proof?